The final chapter of Natlan is here along with version 5.3, and here's everything new coming along with the update. Starting with the characters, after 5.0, we're once again getting 3 new characters coming out together in one patch. The Pyro Archon Malvika is making her debut along with Granny Sitlali in the first phase of version 5.3. Yes, you heard me right. They're both coming out on the same phase. Unless you've been a gacha monk or are willing to spend money, you'll have to choose, and this isn't even your only choice. In the second phase, we're getting the rerun of one of the big 3 of Teyvat, Arlecchino, along with the big 2 of Teyvat, Clorinde. So to help you decide, another video on the pull value of these characters, along with a bit more in-depth look at their kit, will be dropping soon on the channel. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We're also getting a new 4-star Lanyan, who's part of Keqing family. Lanyan finally breaks Anemo shield curse, giving us hope of a character that might be able to shield their friends / family from an inevitable demise. She will be featured on the second phase on Arlecchino and Clorinde banners. Next, moving on to the events, of course, the annual Lantern Rite event is back with the main story centered around Hu Tao. As with every other Lantern Rite, travelers will be able to invite any Liyue 4-star of their choice for free, including Lanyan. We're also getting 2 new skins for the star of the show Hu Tao and the cannibal chef Xiangling. Former will be available to your rich friends and the latter to everyone in the same Lantern Rite event. In the sub-event games, Genshin continues its own tradition of implementing other games as events, but going old school for this one with Tetris. It also has co-op, so you can flex your classic skills with your friends. Along with that, there's a combat sub-event and a sorry attempt to teach Genshin players to socialize. With this one, we have to send gift envelopes to our in-game friends and characters. On second thought, maybe it's right up their alley. Speaking of classics, they decided to bring back something all the way from 1.3 with these Xiao Lanterns. You'll be able to buy them from Liyue. And now being a day 1 player, I have literally no idea what they are. As for rewards, we'll get 10 free intertwined fates for daily logins, as well as 1600 Primo Gems through mail. And for the final thing, Zhongli has money. Oh god, this is the end. There's no way. Possible. It is not possible. This is the wrong time. Right there. Went wrong. We're all gonna fucking die.
不过这次钟离还是没有。
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. With this, we have to go around Liyue collecting these fortune coins, and I don't know what they do. They never talked about it, but should give us Primo Gems in my opinion. When I said I liked this event 8 months ago, I think they took it a little too seriously. This is now a permanent thing. Now you can use any music gadget you have obtained to do this. They never explained how exactly this works, but should give us Primo Gems. You can also buy 2 new music instruments from the People of the String and can play almost every Genshin soundtrack here and even edit and share them. Aside from that, we're getting another combat event that the devs have actually warned is going to be extra hard. Well, I guess we'll see how much I'll suffer with this one. Finally, the Beetle Battle event is also returning, but this time we are not fighting beetles, but Hilichurls and Abyss Mages? There gotta be one powerful beetle over there. Looks interesting anyway. And finally, the useless one returns, but this time it's kinda good actually. The Overflow event this time will not only double the drops for talents as well as weapon mats, but will remove the mats rotation thing for as long as the event is active, meaning you can farm whatever mats you want any day of the week without any restrictions. Now that's a W. Next, moving on to the content, the final act of Natlan Archon Quest comes out with this version where we'll finally put an end to this war for good. And just looking at this scene, the only thing I can think of, I thought she was taller. Along with the Archon quest, we're also getting a quest for the Archon Malvika's story quest. I can't believe I'd actually missed this thing. Moving away from the tribal quest madness, we return to the simplicity of story quest. For God's sake! We're also getting the last act of the Masters of the Nightwind's tribal quest, and as usual, for completing both of these on time, we'll get the characters' respective ascension mats. Also, following the announcement from 5.0, for completing the Archon quest on time, we'll get an extra 500 Primo Gems. We're also getting 2 new bosses, a new world boss and a weekly one. With the new boss seemingly starting a new era for Genshin players with boss simping. I won't be surprised if we see fan arts of this thing on Reddit. And the weekly one, it's a boss that will destroy the stage gradually as it fights. Seems like a common trait among dragons, and will be more vulnerable to Natlan characters with the Night Soul mechanic. Next to the new features. This list is quite short this time actually. Now the bosses will respawn without us having to teleport. Honestly, Hoyoverse, thank you. No, I mean it. Thank you. Now where's that skip button? The artifact inventory is increased to 2100. We got 2 new Echo Cosmetics for Kazuha and Ganyu respectively. Training guide can now be accessed through the character menu as well. And finally, after being lost for almost a year, it returns. Chronicle Wish banner is finally here, featuring characters like Baiju, Shenhe, Xiao, and everyone else you see on your screen along with their weapons. And of course, you know the drill, 1 fate point situation, same as the weapon banner. So I hope all of you who've been waiting for one of these characters may finally get them. Still no word on Wrightsley though. Other than that, some other information include a new animated short coming out featuring Mauvika's past, just showcasing Hoyo's love for pyro ladies. Following on that love, we also got something called Stand with Mauvika event series, which, like its name implies, will be a series of offline and online events that will hopefully get us some more Primo gems. They're set to look out on their social media platform for more details. Also, that Xbox Wind Glider will be delivered through mail. And finally, we're getting the Pyro MC. Yay! And that was everything for version 5.3. And now, some news from the future. This information doesn't have any relevance to version 5.3, but they announced their plans for the future versions of Genshin Impact. First things first, we're obviously gonna get Insan's tribe on the map, the Collective of Plenty, as well as their native Saurian. They didn't share any designs or any other piece of information, just the fact that it's gonna come out, like for some reason if it wasn't obvious. But the next one's more interesting. They shared some silhouettes for new characters. I don't recognize any of them, at least not at this moment, but I'm excited. Next, we also got a tease at an area in Snezhnaya called Not Karai, located at southern Snezhnaya. Now, I don't know when it'll come out, but they did mention the name. They also teased about a new gameplay which will allow players to create their own puzzles and other stuff and then share it with other players. It sounds like a similar approach to GTA Online's content creator, but it's all still very far in the future, although I'm excited to see it in action. So that was it for this video and for the 5.3 special program. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm personally very excited for Mauvika now. Actually, can't wait to pull for her. And if you want to join me and pull for her together, hit that subscribe button and join my next live stream right here on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and share your views on this version in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.